Hello everyone, my name is Rambojan and welcome back to another video. This afternoon, I will be giving a bit of a preview of what is to expect for the Hollywood Casino 400 this weekend at Kansas. Now, personally for me, Kansas is one of my favorite racetracks in the NASCAR schedule. It's multi-group, high speed, there's a lot of room to make some passes, stay behind someone, make bold moves, but it's most importantly an extremely fun track. But now, what's to really expect heading into Kansas? Personally, for me, it's gotta be the multi-group racing. You gotta expect that. You gotta expect some great racing, some great battles. Just all in all, fantastic racing, really. Again, personally, it's kind of a hot take, but I feel like Kansas is gonna be extremely good this weekend. Really, really good. I'm hyping it up because it's true. It's going to be great. Tonight, ARCA and Truck Surrender. Tomorrow, Xfinity. And on Sunday, the main event, the Cup Series, the playoffs. The second race of the round of 16. So, it's going to be fun. It's going to be really good. We got so many drivers that have a chance to win there at Kansas, especially. Now, I'm going to talk about the results of the last time NASCAR Cup Series ran at Kansas, which was way back at May. So, we're going to see where these guys finish. So, in first place, Denny Hamlin. Heading into Sunday, Denny Hamlin, despite not having the best car at Darlington, no doubt about it, he ran into some issues. Thought he had a loose wheel. It wasn't the case. According to his crew chief, Chris Gabehart, he said it wasn't loose. Hamlin said, no, vice versa. I think Gabehart said it wasn't loose, but Hamlin did report that it felt loose. It was loose tire, wheel. So that was a bit of an issue there, miscommunication. But again, heading into this weekend for Denny Hamlin, this is one of his best racetracks. He's won there, I believe, 5 or 4 times, or 3 at Kansas. He is really good here. So he'll definitely be one of the main guys to look out for heading into Sunday. Then you got in second place, Kyle Larson. Hamlin and Larson, as we already know this year, they've had their run-ins. Those two aren't necessarily the bestest of friends on track, because they aren't, to be honest. So, for Larson, he finished in first place last week. He was the winner of the CERN 500, so he's already locked into the run of 12. But again, heading into a good track of his, Kansas, he's ran good at Kansas before. He could be one of those guys that could be up there for the win. He almost won there in May, but unfortunately he got taken out by Denny Hamlin back in May. Unfortunate turn of events, racing incident, but he still finished second behind him. So, what's to expect for Larson heading into Kansas? You gotta expect him to run top 10, top 5 all day. He's gonna be fast, he's gonna be competitive, and by the end, he will be there to potentially win it. That's gonna be something that you're 100% guaranteed. He's gonna be there. Third place, William Byron. Byron, again, he's good at Kansas. He's good. He's been good in general the intermediates, and also, he's been good all year. 5 wins. He's got a lot of laps. He's finished in the top 5, top 10 on a lot of races this year. Good average finish. There's no doubt about it. He will be a contender heading into Sunday. But one driver that I want to talk about, a couple drivers I want to talk about, in fourth place, behind William Byron, is Bubba Wallace. Bubba Wallace, the 23XI driver, for the first time, he's in the playoffs. And thanks to a really good race at Darlington, which I mentioned in my race preview back last week for the CERN 500, it's kind of like a playoff prediction, but at the same time, a little bit of preview what to expect for the CERN 500, that for Bubba Wallace, he needed a good race at Darlington to have a chance to make it to the next round, the round of 12. And lo and behold, he had a good race at Darlington. He had a very good race at Darlington. So, he will 100% be there at the end, in my opinion, at Kansas. Will he have a chance to win? Who knows? He won there last year. So, it's not impossible. It's most certainly not impossible for him to win. He can get it done, 100%. But, you got a lot of stiff competition. You've got William Byron, Kyle Larson, Mark Truex Jr., Kyle Busch, potentially Chase Elliott. Elliott's run well at Kansas before. In the Gen 6, he's won there. Although with the next gen, he hasn't had necessarily the best amount of luck. So, I mean, who knows? Again, there's a lot of drivers too. Even some underdogs like Ty Gibbs. Ty Gibbs could win. I mean, Ty, he's won at Kansas before in the Xfinity Series. So, who says he can't get it done? And even then, I said in my playoff predictions video that if there's going to be drivers that are not in the playoffs that could win during the playoffs, Ty Gibbs is one of those drivers. And heading into Kansas, he could do it. You never know. He could very well do it. He will run up front, I believe. He'll be a top 15, top 10 all day. But I don't know. Could he potentially win? It's up in the air. I mean, who really knows, to be honest? Who really knows? Again, we've all known that Ty Gibbs, since Xfinity years, while super aggressive, clearly, super aggressive, he is really good. He's insanely fast, insanely good. Like, you can't really fault him. He's a really good driver. He can get it done. Again, will he win? That's yet to be determined. You have to wait till Sunday. Who knows? But now heading into other drivers that could win there based off the results of last time we were at Kansas. We have in 7th place Chase Elliott, as I already mentioned. He could be there. Martin Truex Jr., who finished in 8th. Truex has been really good in the intermediates in the next gen car. He's always been top 10, always running there. I mean, again, he hasn't won yet, and he didn't have the best of the races at Darlington. So, who really knows what could happen with him? So, who knows if this weekend will be a good race for him, or if this week will be a bad race. Like I mentioned, auto racing's very unpredictable. Some of the best drivers, even the drivers I've just mentioned, Hamlin, Larson, Byron, Wallace, they may not be there at the end to win, or even at least even finish top 5. Who knows? They may have a very bad race. Again, that's the adrenaline of racing. You don't really know who's going to be up there at the end. Then you got, for example, 6th place Joey Logano. I mean, he's been good at intermediates, although this year, not his best year. I mean, who knows? He may shock the world in the playoffs, although, granted, Darlington wasn't his best race. He wasn't really there to say. I think he finished pretty well, though, last week, so I mean, there's that. He'll have at least a little bit of momentum in there. But, I mean, again, who knows? Kansas, he hasn't won there in the next-gen car, so we'll see. He'll hope for a good performance. Hope solidify his ticket into the round of 12, move on. But we'll see what happens. Now, a driver in 9th place that I, personally, is my pick to win this weekend at Kansas. Tyler Reddick, the number 45 driver, the Toyota, and the 23XI. I mean, Tyler Reddick, like, super fast at intermediates, really good. He did really well at Darlington, which was definitely a neat performance. He finished 2nd place. I mean, you gotta like Tyler Reddick's chances, in my opinion, heading into Kansas. It's one of his favorite tracks. He can always utilize the high line, riding up against the wall. He will be fast. He will more likely do good in qualifying. He's pretty good in qualifying, so he even qualified well last year, so he'll be definitely one of those drivers that you got to keep your eye out come Sunday. He will be quick. He will be rapid. He will be challenging Hamlin, Larson, Truex, the Toyotas, the Chevys, all of those guys. He will be very good. I like his chances, in my opinion. I really like Tyler Reddick's chances. Same goes with Bubba Wallace. But again, one bad race, and it all goes to shit. So, yeah. That's how it goes. That's how it goes. And now some drivers outside of the top 10, in my opinion, could do some wonders. Kevin Harvick. Harvick last year, despite DNFing, I mean, he was there. He was there. He had good pace. He was good. He was fast. But unfortunately got involved in an incident. I feel like this year for Harvick, heading into Kansas, I think he can do some. I don't expect him maybe with a chance to win. But you never know. He could potentially get it done. Moving on to the next round. I mean, he was fast at Darlington, especially before the pit road penalty he had. He was pretty quick. But, unfortunately, bad luck happened. And he couldn't get it done. So, could this week be somewhere different? Could be good luck, top 5, top 3, a win? Who knows? Hopefully SHR give him a good card. It's the main thing. We have to hope Suarez Racing give him a good card. Other drivers I want to talk about that could have a chance, Ryan Blaney. Chris Buescher, Brad Keselowski. One bit of an odd one, in my opinion, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. This is a bold one, in my opinion. Stenhouse, I mean, at the beginning of Darlington, he was a letdown. He was slow. But by the end of the race, he was in the top 10. He was running well. He even got stage points in the race, which helped a lot. In my opinion, he's pretty good at Kansas, not gonna lie. He's pretty good. He's solid. So I think he could maybe do some magic. He could potentially be up there running top 15, top 10, potentially collecting stage points. Again, this is a different JTG Daugherty racing team than previous years. They're quick. They have speed. They can run top 15. They can, be up there. So, again, they need a good race, in my opinion, though, at Kansas, if they want to potentially upset the playoff bracket of many people, and especially the playoff field, shock the world and move on to the round of 12. Same goes with McDowell. I mean, McDowell sadly DNF last race, so he's going to need a good race at Kansas. There's no sugarcoating. He needs a good race, or he'll be in deep trouble. He'll be in deep, deep trouble. So, there's that. And again, you got other drivers, as I just mentioned. Blaney. Ryan Blaney's currently in. He did well at Darlington. But he'll be a driver to potentially look out for as to maybe winning at Kansas. And then you got RFK. They have been amazing these past couple races. They have been fast. They have been speedy. Like, there is just no denying it. They will be competitive come Sunday. There's no putting it past them. Chris Buescher, he finished third last week. He has been insane at the ovals. Like, what's there? There isn't also sugarcoating this. They will be fast come Sunday. They will be quick. In the first race in May, they weren't quick. But things have changed this season. And clearly, a lot has changed. Buescher and Keselowski, RFK are the best 4 team right now. Penske is second. So, I mean, insane how things go. But who knows? Could Chris Buescher get another win, locking himself into the round of 12? Possible. Could Brad Keselowski win or get a great finish to help him further stamp his ticket into the round of 12? It's possible too. I mean, he ran well at Darlington last week. But I think strategy didn't go to plan and kind of messed him up. So, yeah, didn't get the finish he deserved. But, I mean, a lot of things can change. Teams and crew chiefs will learn from their mistakes and just be better next week. So I feel like this week could be a week where Brad Keselowski and Chris Buescher could really do some magic. I mean, granted, the expectations more are Chevy and Toyota to be the fastest teams at Kansas, in which perfectly makes sense. In May, they were the fastest teams, so fastest manufacturers, I mean. So Ford could be in the back foot, but who knows? With RFK, they could work some magic. They can most certainly work some magic. And as for the rest, I mean, we have to see. You got a lot of drivers that could also win. I mean, Christopher Bell, Kyle Busch. I mean, you got good drivers, man. You got a lot of good drivers. Like the Cup field, the next-gen car, there's a lot of parity, a lot of chance for different winners. And, heck, drivers you don't see in the top 5, run top 5, top 10, do well. I mean, that was how it is in May. You got a lot of comers and goers, tire wear. So plenty of things could change during the race. And again, it's going to be fun. Kansas is one of my favorite tracks in NASCAR schedule. It's going to be really good. You're going to expect a lot of good racing, 2 to 3 to maybe even 4 wide and restarts, and potentially really good finishes. May, great finish. So, and heck, even starting this weekend with Trucks and ARCA, who knows how good the finishes will be. Xfinity, Cup, like, it's going to be good. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a good weekend. So, yeah. That's all for my video today. Some of the drivers that I may have forgot to mention. Justine, Byron. I mean, granted, I feel like you gotta be realistic. They will do good. Justine, I don't know. He wasn't really good at Darlington, although he did finish in the top 5. He was faster than the first 4 cars ahead of him at the end. So, same in pace, same in speed. And again, he ran well last time, so he will be up there at the end. He will be up there, in my opinion. Justine. But yeah, that's all for my video today. I thank you all for watching. Please like, subscribe. That would really do a lot for me. It would help me out. So, yeah. I will see you all on Sunday for the aftermath of the Hollywood Casino 400. Bye-bye.